My god, we get it. Welcome to Ranger Reviews, a web series we look at episodes of the TV show Power Rangers and then discuss them. Today we're exploring the 19th episode of the show Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, as well as the 357th episode overall, titled The Queen's Return. We begin this episode with Jinxer talking about how the planets are almost aligned. There's battlings with torches, and Viper tells Jinxer that they're going to Mariner Bay for this event, so go get Olympius. We see underground somewhere that a monster named Spellbinder is there, setting up the ceremony for making Queen Banshira come back to a physical body. Lokai volunteers to be in charge, but Olympius says, "No, I'll do it, you suck too much." Lokai says, "Nope, for your disrespect, you're banished back to the Skull Cavern." Drama. Olympius actually obeys for some reason, and Jinxer goes after him. We see the Rangers zooming around in their Hummer, listening to generic pop, and Joel says no, he wants real music. He puts on country. Never mind, Joel, you're out. Apparently it's just the two of them, and Carter slams on the brakes. They see dark clouds forming. Chad and Kelsey are rollerblading elsewhere, seeing it as well. Everyone meets up in the Aqua Base, and Miss Fairweather says that the planets are falling into a very rare alignment for the first time in 3,000 years. Ryan is like, this is the day they've been waiting for. They're going to have their ceremony now to bring back Queen Banshira. Dude, you're worse than Zordon with giving all the information here. Spellbinder is doing his ceremony stuff, chanting and overlapping a lot of voices, and now stuff is just exploding in the city. They surmise that the ceremony has started, so they need to deploy the rescue Zords. The five leave, and Ryan points out that the explosions are forming some sort of pattern. Allegedly. I mean, I don't see it. The rail rescues are on their way into the fiery city, and Mitchell lets them know that there's people who need them. Chad and Joel will get the fire under control while Dana clears the highway, and Kelsey and Carter will go together. Carter and Kelsey are in the building looking for people who need their help. Also, Viper is just watching Spellbinder do stuff. This is a lot of just talking backwards and moving around. Ryan finds a place where the pattern intersects, so he just guesses that's where the ceremony is. He moves out. Dana is telling everyone on the highway to drive into the back of her vehicle while Joel water bombs the place. Chad is also firing water cannons. Carter and Kelsey find some random Japanese dude who needs their help. Ryan is elsewhere by a parking garage finding an open door. He goes in. This ceremony is still painfully going on. Ryan is now just walking into this underground cave of some sort, and the ceremony's just happening. He looks around the corner seeing what's going on. Viper then finds Ryan and she attacks, and the two are fighting a bit. She tosses him off the stairwell and he's captured by batlings. Way to blow this, Ryan. Kelsey and Carter hand over some people to the firemen. Mitchell lets them know they need to go find Ryan because he's gone silent on them. Viper says he's busy at the moment, and it's impossible to tell if the Rangers can actually hear her via the morpher. Spellbinder tosses his staff and stuff starts happening. In the distance, Carter and Kelsey see a giant yellow beam going up. Olympius and Jinxer are in the Skull Cavern watching this. Viper is stoked that Banshira will be back soon, and they're just monologuing at this point. Yawn. Then, explosions! The Rangers are here and they claim that the ceremony is over, but they're just posing a lot. I mean, do something. Time to fight the batlings. Chad and Kelsey go after Lokai, getting hit back. Joel is fighting Viper with Dana, and she's somehow handling them pretty well too. Ryan gets freed from the batlings thanks to Carter's help, and Spellbinder is pissed that the ceremony got interrupted. Meanwhile, Ryan finally takes his time to morph, fighting off the batlings. Carter is now not doing so hot against Spellbinder, getting pinned down. Ryan saves him, and then Carter uses his V-Lancer on him, turning off his eye lights. The power's back on, and he stands up. Dana claims he's growing, but we don't actually see anything. Instead, the Rangers just run out of the place, and they look up to a giant Spellbinder. Lokai and Viper are stoked. Spellbinder then calls for Banshira to take form in the skies, and things get dark. Ryan calls out for the Max Zord while the Rangers call for the Rescue Zords to mobilize. Weren't they just out and about before? They form the Lightspeed Megazord with Max Zord, and they go for Spellbinder where the big yellow beam is still happening. The Megazords do their best, but they're not really gaining much ground here. Carter calls out for the Lightspeed Megazord Saber, slashing, but Spellbinder just catches it, firing back at them. He then slashes them what's good, knocking them all around. They initiate the Lightspeed Solar Zord as Queen Banshira has returned as a floating head. Olympius is so happy, as are Viper and Lokai. She wants to destroy the city herself as the Lightspeed Solar Zord floats around, firing at Spellbinder as best it can. He fires back, hitting them around. Banshira is like, "You guys suck, here's the tidal wave," and she laughs as water rises. The Aqua Base is freaking out, trying to secure everything from the tidal wave. Am I dumb, or will you not really be that affected by that underwater? Ryan then says he's going to go stop the energy flow at the temple, aka underground, that one parking garage. Ryan gets there insanely fast, and he slashes a random crystal ball in the center, getting blown back. This makes Spellbinder's Urban Outfitter's necklace explode, and Banshira fades away. The planets are now aligned, but it doesn't matter. Olympius punches the ground. Apparently, the waves disappeared, according to Miss Fairweather. Everyone just assumes that Ryan died from doing this, and I'm not sure why. Carter's like, "Suck it up, we got work to do." So they fire all their blasters on Spellbinder, exploding him. Now the planets are no longer in alignment. In the temple, Olympius is mad that Viper and Lokai failed, who walk up. He begins to scream at them, telling them that they failed. Loki tries to tell him to never speak to them ever again, and Olympius kicks him back down. He's through with them, but thanks to them, he'll never see his mom again. Actually, JK, she's there. Kind of? She's in a pillar of some sort. By ruining the ceremony, the Rangers cause only a portion of her body to arrive on Earth. So they all teleport out, and out of the rubble comes Ryan. I kind of forgot he was there. The others show up asking if Ryan's okay. They go back to the base, and Ryan updates them that Banshira doesn't have her full body back, but she's going to get stronger still. I mean, how do you know this? Ryan says that since the demons were captured once, he wants to figure out how to seal them away again. The other Rangers volunteer to go with him, and he says no, Mariner Bay needs them. He'll go out on this adventure alone. Why? Probably budget reasons. Dana pretends to cry. She hugs Ryan goodbye. The end. This episode has a lot of weirdness going on. I mean, I love the idea of the villains trying to revive Queen Banshira, and I dig the ceremony aspect. I'm pretty sure it's impossible for the planets to ever actually align like that, but whatever. It did just get a little bit repetitive during the ceremony though. Like there's only so many ways a monster can say some gibberish over and over again in slow motion. Ryan is puzzling. I mean, I like the idea of having him go find a new way to seal the demons again. That makes sense if you have to write him out. But when the Max Lorzor was so damn contingent on it being piloted by the Titanium Ranger, I feel like they're just going to ignore that for the sake of Japanese footage. It's suggested that Ryan leaves so that there's less time to be dedicated to American footage with the Titanium Ranger, but it just feels weird. I don't know. We spent so much time building up Ryan and his journey, and now he's just like, I'll be back never. Next time, an asteroid and also a little child. But until then, may the power protect you.